So guys, today's going to be a raw video in my garage talking about why you should start an SMMA digital marketing business and my journey so far. I'm in my garage doing a bit of shoulder rehab, so I just thought I'd sit down and tell you guys why you should start on my story, right? So, I'm going to take you back to COVID, pre-COVID times. There's a guy called Eman Gadzi. I'm sure you've all heard of him. And he basically popularized SMMA or digital marketing, which if you don't know, is when you provide services to business owners, such as Facebook ads, to book them more appointments. So essentially you solve their problem of getting them consistent bookings and saving them time. So it's a business owner's dream, so they pay you a lot of money. Like you can charge like $1,000 a month. And so this worked. Eman Gadzi was selling his course, he was making loads of money, and these kids that were doing it were making loads of money as well. Fast forward to now, it's so saturated. Well, not now, but a few years ago, it got so saturated that to the point where it wasn't worth it anymore. Like you try and call someone, they'd be like, bro, I've been called by like 5 different people today offering me more bookings. You're a scammer or something. But if you think about it, with the new introduction of AI, online AI tools, content creation, e-commerce, all those things that are getting way more popular than SMMA, you can think about it as though it's like a crypto or a stock market, and it got really high and now it's dipped again. So now's the time to invest, and that's what we did. So 4 months ago, we were making £0 from this. 4 months later, we're making £7,000 a month with 1K costs, and that's £3,000 between us after 4 months. I know it's not crazy money, but 4 months in. So who knows what can happen in the next year, right? So I've got some notes here. And so I'm going to talk about my journey first of all, and why SMMA will never die, right? So the competition is dropping, but business owners always need more bookings and they need more time. So the vacancies for these business owners who are interested in your services is going up, and all you need to do is outreach to them. So here's what we did to make £7,000 a month in just 4 months. Started by working for free, call a bunch of businesses, DM a bunch of business, email a bunch, until a couple let you work for free, right? Then get all the mistakes out of the way, learn as fast as you can. If you think about it, these business owners aren't particularly smart online, and they don't have the time you have because they are the employee. They have to go out and actually do the service, and they manage their business. So you could just spend a week, 5 hours a day, deep work, running Facebook ads or learning Facebook ads, and in a week's time, you're better than every single business owner in the certain niche that you pick. So you just go up to them after you've done it, call the hell out of them, say, look, listen, I want to work for free for you for 30 days and get you as much bookings as I can. I'm a Facebook ad specialist. I can give you an app. So if you use Go High Level, you can use an app for these guys. It's £97 a month. Your startup costs to start this business are £100 a month, just that. Super easy. If you don't have £100 a month, go and get a job, right? And then that's what we did. A bunch of outreach until we could work for free. A couple people let us work for free. What do? We get all the mistakes out the way. So, for example, speaking to them, we messaged one at like 10 p.m. and he's like, oh, I don't like receiving messages late. Okay, now we're going to apologize and say, sorry for the late message. Boom, that's a mistake you get out of the way. You don't learn that shit online. Get all those little mistakes out of the way until your service delivery is absolutely perfect. Run Facebook ads in a real world environment. They put up the ad spend, of course. And then you just learn Facebook ads like that. Get a couple creatives do shit. Don't do those type of creatives again. Creative works, redo it, make it better. Boom, boom, boom. You're a professional running Facebook ads. You work for a few companies, right? Now, how we learn so fast is by learning for free. And a lot of people think, oh, learning for free, like that's shit. That's months where you're not going to get paid. You're investing in skills that are going to pay you in the future. So it costs you 2 months of work, 2 months at another job, could be like £4,000, right? So technically it's only costing you £4,000 to learn skills which people pay thousands and thousands a month for. So the trade-off is worth it, and that's how we would learn so fast, right? So barely any upfront costs, and the skills you learn are amazing. They're super high value, high leverage skills. For example, the first skill you need for a successful SMMA business is discipline and confidence. And basically you need to be a psychopath. So if you're doing like 50 calls a day and everyone's telling you to fuck off on the phone, you need to be so numb to the emotion and then all you care about is results, 10 people tell you to fuck off, then you're ready and you have the same energy for that 11th person who goes, oh yeah, I'm interested. And boom, you don't fumble, you book the sales call in, and then boom, there we go. So that's what you need as a first skill. Then when you get on the sales call with them, you need to be able to build a rapport. So you're going to learn how to communicate with businessmen, and the different types of ones there are. There's ones where they're big egos, where you need to treat them a certain way. There's humble ones, there's down-to-earth ones, there's arrogant ones. You're gonna learn how to speak to business owners, super high value skill. And then you're gonna learn to sell to them and manipulate them into trusting you. Because let's be real, if you're starting out, sorry, I've got an itch on my nose. If you're starting out in this business, then you're literally gonna have no experience, no testimonials. So you're gonna need to lie and get them to trust you. That's a skill in itself. Then, once you get them to say yes to you for even working for free, because a couple of them will say no because they don't trust you, you then learn skills such as delivering services to businesses, running Facebook ads, managing communication to business owners, all sorts of these high value skills. So even if after a year goes by, and let's say your SMMA business only gets to like 2K a month, or these guys say no to you after the trial and after working for free, it doesn't matter because you have so many high value skills. You can go and become a high ticket closer from the sales skills. You can go to some sales job, any sales job. You can become a manager because you're good at talking to business owners. It is such a good business to start as a young 20-year-old or teenager, especially now that everyone stopped doing it, right? It's literally like you're investing in Bitcoin when it was cheap, and all you have to do is put the work in and you'll see the results. So I'm gonna wrap it up now, and super important. Competition is at an all-time low, but the information is at an all-time high. And what I mean by that is the AI, you can just ask AI, oh, AI me a script for this ad, AI me an email for this outreach, AI me this. It's all quick. You can you can probably deliver to like 20 different businesses, Facebook ads and bookings and lead nurturing, and manage it all and make them all happy, all by yourself now that you can just outsource it to AI. So there you go. Lack of competition means more people will be interested. More AI means you can do it to more people, probably 20, $1,000 a month, 20 grand a month, on by yourself, just like that. So there you go. That's why I think you should start SMMA business in 2025. Thank you guys.